Good afternoon, good morning, ladies and gentlemen, depending on where you are here. I want to thank you for your time, as always, and attending our training today. So if you are with us on the call, more than likely you registered to one of our recent PFSU virtual seminars. So absolutely thank you for your interest in that, whether you were able to make it and attend or not. I know we recorded those presentations, so hopefully you got all of that information. And then today's call was a follow-up for those interested in the Annuity Rate Watch, the annuity quoting tool that we offer, and just a little bit more training along with that tool. So hopefully that's what you came today for. So we will do a quick overview of our Annuity Rate Watch quoting tool, which is available and made available, I should say, to all of our agents, all of our contracted agents contracted with us here at Pinnacle Financial. It's a free tool. Everybody gets access to this. And this will allow you to do a lot of quoting with respect to annuity products across the board with everything that's available. So really just a great tool. Um, and I'm Josh Horton. As you see there, if you haven't spoken to me in the past or if we have not worked together, um, I handle our life insurance, annuities, and long-term care here for the agency for Pinnacle across over the whole country, any state, and anything that is in those product lines. I'm happy to help with your business. Feel free to give me a call. There's my extension, email address, and I'm a licensed agent myself. I was a New York Life agent for years and then came to work here on the brokerage side, running the annuities, life, and long-term care department. So been there and done that on a lot of things. I've seen a lot of different things over the years that we've tried to find new business and help agents with business. So um, just happy to be a resource for anything at all with respect to life insurance, annuities, and long-term care. So if you're not already contracted with us, let's change that. Our website, pfsinsurance.com, and we did the whole, you got all the information on us from our call the other day. So without further ado, want to jump in today and just give you the information here on our quoting tool. All right, so let me just kind of get out of PowerPoint, and here is our annuity rate watch quoting. So if I go to the home screen, now again, this is a tool that is made available for free to all of our agents. If I back up and I go to our website, the Pinnacle Financial website, this is our main home site that is also available for free to everybody. So if you're already using this, great. And if not, we can help you get set up and run you through and training on everything that's on this site and all the tools that you have here. So what you're looking at here is our term quoting engine, kind of while things are thinking here. Um, as you can see, I have quite a bit of stuff open on the on the screen today, but that's just another day here at Pinnacle. Um, so this is main screen, and you have all the different tools here. You can see where the individuals are, where the salespeople are, who's who, and all the different services. There's forms on here. There's a lot of different stuff for CEs, and if you need CE credits or if you need E&O insurance. But for today, we're looking at the annuity quoting tool, which is right under quoting. If you click on annuities, this will take you to a separate page that, and I have to log back in, separate page that is the annuity rate watch quoting tool. And for the sake of time, we can just jump right over to that. So when you click on annuity quoting, it'll take you to this page. You can set up your own password for this, make it whatever you want, your username, your password. You might want to make it the same as whatever your password and username is for our Pinnacle website. They don't have to be the same thing because this is a separate entity, but if you're like me, it's easier to keep things organized and keep them simple. So so you'll set this up. You'll have full access to this annuity quoting tool. And this right here is just the home page that they give you, which is, I check this every morning. It goes and shows me every fixed annuity and what the rates are, and it shows you some of the top products right here, there are some rates out there that might be better than this, but these are some of the ones that are, I guess, the most best selling and sort of the most competitive, like the top one here is a 2-year fixed annuity that's paying 2.15% interest to your client. And for 2 years, that's certainly an attractive interest rate, much better than a CD, and that's tax deferred interest. So certainly better than a CD, and a great option for folks that maybe have money in CD. April coming up, it's a big CD renewal month. So those type of products there, those MIGA annuities or multi-year guaranteed annuity, if you will, are great alternatives for those type of prospects or clients, and there's a ton of them out there. So that gives you just a quick access to some just upcoming rate changes as well. When we have companies that know they're introducing a rate change, boom, they give you that stuff up in advance. So that's just really, this tool is a great one-stop shop, gives you a great idea of everything that's kind of, available annuity-wise. Some of these companies are ones that we don't even necessarily have active contracts with here at Pinnacle, but we could certainly add if we're needed for your business. We have access to all these companies. But there's your home page with what's happening. Let's say you wanted to, staying in the same vein, you wanted to search for a regular fixed annuity that met specific criteria for your client. So we're here in Pennsylvania, but some of the products are a little bit different in Pennsylvania. Just we're one of those, what I would consider a light state, if you will. This means that the products are oftentimes a little bit more attractive elsewhere, unfortunately for us. But so here, let's just say we have a client that's in Arizona. Good example of a state that kind of has all the products available. I used $200,000 just as a premium amount and plugged in a 65-year-old non-qualified money. You can put in more parameters there if you wanted to, but just kind of wanted to keep it simple and see all the examples that show up here. And you see that same top best rate that we saw before with SILAC, former Equitable. And they have a 2-year fixed annuity, 2.15%. There's a couple of other 2-year options available. Then you have some 3-year options, and there's just a ton of these. And so, excuse me, just depending on how long your clients might be comfortable locking the money up, you can see if they're okay going out about 5 years or so gets you about 3% interest right now. And that's just kind of where the rates are. We've been in this historical low for interest rates for the last 15, 20 years almost now at this point. And this is an attractive interest rate for people, like I said, that have money in a CD perhaps, or just have money that's safe and or looking for a safe place to put it where they could get a nice interest rate. Also older clients that don't have a lot of time on the horizon benefit from these short-term fixed annuities. So there's some other types of fixed annuities in here that you can search that maybe aren't, I should say, I can explain if you're not as familiar with these products. These multi-year guaranteed annuities, or MIGA, if you will, as they're referred to as, this just means that you're getting the same interest rate for all of those years during the surrender charge period. So for these examples, it's 3 years or 4 years or 5 years, and the client would get that same interest rate for all of those years guaranteed. But there was other fixed annuities out there where fixed meaning no risk to the client, that maybe don't pay the same interest rate every single year. Maybe it's 4.5% year 1, 2.5% years 2, 3, 4, and 5. So there's just different ones you could search for here. We won't just go into that today for the sake of time. Want to just give you guys a real quick overview of how to use this tool, and then if you have more questions or you want to talk about this one-on-one, just we'll definitely make sure to connect after the call today. I should say too, if you have any questions along the way, feel free to type those in the question box, and I'll make sure to get to them as we go. Your phones are on mute just to keep down on the background noise, so it's definitely want to hear from you still. So if you have any questions, just type those in, and I'll get to them as we go. So if you wanted a fixed indexed annuity, for example, which is still a fixed annuity, every product we offer in our annuity platform is fixed or fixed indexed, meaning you can offer them with just your insurance license. You don't need a securities license or anything to sell any of these products at this point. So anybody with just a life license is good to sell these. But some of these indexed annuities can give clients the ability to earn market-like type gains and benefit from times in which the market is on the uptick. So indexed annuity in general, when the market does well, clients earn interest. When the market goes down, clients don't lose any value in their contracts. And then just however they earn interest is based on a formula and a calculation that the insurance company will do. So it's great for folks in retirement, seniors, and people that maybe don't want to have their money at risk at this point in their life, but still want to be able to have a ticket on the bus, so to speak, when times are good, and we see these indexes perform well. So we see clients earning 5, 6, 7% in these accounts, and without taking on any risk. So if we're searching here just for some different options, you see what shows up, and this is I use this tool almost every, well, I should say not almost, I use this tool every single day here in the office, helping our agents with cases, with annuity cases. This is a great resource to find a product that will fit your client's needs, and then maybe you want to go and get a full illustration for one of these annuities. So this, you could show this to a client, but it's sort of crude and more just for us, our reference. So I use this every day, and when I'm working with agents helping to pick the right strategy. So if this is kind of like over your head already, you can reach out to us if you ever have any annuity prospects. We will help you with all this stuff. If you just would rather us run the quotes for you, we can do that too. And that's right in our wheelhouse. We love that. We're doing that for our advisors every single day. But this is a tool that's available to you for free, and it's a great resource if you don't get a hold of me, or you're working late, or just to know that you have it. So, but this will show you, all right, if I put in the same criteria, what different indexed annuity options do I have? And these ones, some of them are longer term. So you see there's a couple 16, 15 year surrender charge options. We don't see as many of those sold these days, but they're out there still. You got a couple 14-year options. Most of the indexed annuities are going to be 10-year surrender charge periods or less. So we have, if you needed something that was 5 years or 7 years, we have those options. But what you're getting on here is, okay, what is the rating of the insurance company? What is the max issue age? What's the minimum premium that's required for this? You could see that these all have minimums. So this is not for a client that wants to put a couple $100 a month in there. Really, the annuities that we sell are not suited for that type of a discussion. That would be an indexed universal life, perhaps, just depending on the client's health, might lend itself better to that type of a scenario. So these are for, somebody who has $10,000, $20,000, $50,000, $100,000 already saved or in a retirement account that we could roll into this annuity, or they could write a check for this annuity. But you can see what the minimums are. And then whether it's a single premium, meaning just one-time premium that's required or allowed, or a flexible premium annuity, which means that this product would allow clients to continue to put money into the annuity after the first year. So if you had somebody that has an IRA that they've been contributing to, and they are still, on the younger side, and they maybe have done it on their own, they want to continue to contribute to it, you could do something like this Equitrust annuity here highlighted, which is a flexible premium indexed annuity. Actually, this one has a really nice bonus up front, which it doesn't tell, oh, you know what, maybe that's not the one with the bonus. Sometimes this, you have to be careful, sometimes this tool isn't 100% accurate as the companies change rates and so forth. So I just always mention that on these calls. Use it as a guideline. It's usually pretty accurate, but every once in a while there might be some discrepancies. So that's why it's great to make sure you're getting a true full illustration. If you're talking to a client about an annuity and it's $100,000 and you're rolling a retirement account over, more than likely you're going to want to have a nice professional illustration to show them that these companies all put out that we'll get you, and or we could show you how to run yourself, and then make sure that this information is accurate. I think this Equitrust product does have a bonus on the premium, or maybe it's one of their other ones. But you can see that it'll tell you here if there's a bonus, meaning the client puts this one has a 5% premium bonus. The client puts their $100,000 into the annuity, and they would get a 5% upfront kicker, $5,000 added to their account. So they got $105,000 in the account right off the bat, day one, and then they're earning interest off of the whole $105,000. It's increasing their interest that just right from day one. So then you see some of the rates, and this actually shows you how much the client could take out per year. There's most of these annuities have some type of a free withdrawal corridor. You could take 10% or 5% of the account out each year, even during the surrender charge period. And if there's income riders, it's listed here. And so that actually is really kind of where we use this the most. I would urge you not to use the SPIA tool here. Just it doesn't interface with the quoting as well. And we actually have a better tool for the SPIA quoting. If you have an annuity case or prospect where that type of an annuity might fit, we have a different software that we can run for you. We have to run them here in house and send those to you, but we can get comparisons of the SPIAs. That is the single premium immediate annuity, or it's really just a payout income stream payout schedule only. So that's like if you've ever seen the J.G. Wentworth commercials where the client's on the bus saying that they have an annuity and they need cash now. Well, that's because their annuity is a SPIA, and the SPIA doesn't have a I need to get some cash out of this thing option. It's just you put the money in, and meaning you give the money to the insurance company, and then they will send you an income stream, whether that's for life or for a certain period of time, and that's based on what the client wants to do. But that's a way for clients to generate a large amount of income. They will provide really the most income, and sometimes you see them when people are leaving money to their grandkids or something like that, where they don't want them to have all the money in one shot. They just want it to go to them where they're getting $10,000 every year or $5,000 every year, and they don't, and that's it. So we won't go on to the SPIA today, but I wanted to hit on the income riders and then kind of try to wrap up with some questions, because as you see here on these indexed annuity quoting options, where this is just, again, going to show you different options that might meet different criteria for your client. If you had somebody that was older, like 80, this would be a little bit more helpful per se, because it's going to weed out a lot of these other options. So you'll know, okay, this person's 80, they're on the upper edge of what's available, so let me plug this in and see what's what before I go talking to them about something that's not actually available at their elevated age of 80. So you see, it kind of eliminated some of the options when I did that. So then again, if we have deemed that this SILAC Denali annuity is the best option, then the best approach would be to run an illustration for the Denali and go see your client with that and make a presentation based on that illustration. So the rider quoting, you can see that here it shows the different options that have riders available, income riders. That's what that GLWB up here stands for. That's guaranteed lifetime withdrawal benefit. And these are your, again, guaranteed lifetime income rider. You might have heard of it described as a paycheck for life, create your own pension, whatever the flavor of the month is, how agents are selling this concept, but it gives clients the ability to generate an income stream for life, where they can guarantee that they'll never run out of money as long as they live, and they don't have to do the SPIA um, immediate annuity option where they lose the liquidity, or if they put their 100,000 in the annuity, they just get the payout scenario, and then they're on the JG Wentworth commercial if they need any more money out of the annuity. What we're talking about here with these income riders is not that. This is a deferred indexed annuity where it has a feature built in that gives clients the option to start income, where they can turn on that income feature and the annuity will pay them a set amount of money, sometimes an increasing amount of money for life, as long as they live. And then the rest of this example, we used 200,000, 65-year-old person in Arizona that wants to start income at age 70. Let's say their plan. Well, let's change this. Let's change this to 72. This is a little bit more reasonable, just because we know that qualified retirement accounts have required minimum distributions. So let's say that this was somebody that had 200,000 roughly in a qualified retirement account. They were retiring 65, but they don't think that they're really going to need this money for now, but we know that they will be needing to start taking it out at 72. That's the age currently for required minimum distributions, and that means that when people have money in a 401k or an IRA and they reach 72, the IRS requires that they start taking money out of these accounts. So this is a good time for people to turn on income if they plan on using this for income down the road. So let's say that that's the goal. 200,000 is going in, and this client plans on starting a lifetime income at age 72, 7 years. So we'll run this quote, and again, this is the feature that we use the most on this with this quoting software. This is a really big part of the annuity sale with the general client base out there. You know, all across the country, your regular people, mom and pop, and just even people that are higher net worth, and even the folks that are on the lower side. There's a real great big fear out there about running out of money, especially, you know, if it's somebody that saved money in a retirement account and this is all they have. They have this 200,000 and, you know, they want to put it somewhere safe, and maybe they're going to keep working for a few more years, but this is what they're going to be relying on for income. So when they retire, when they're no longer earning an income working, and the pensions that people once had much more, you know, frequently, or you know, they were more widely given with most or a lot more career options. Nowadays, they're much more fewer and far in between that we find clients that have a guaranteed income in retirement from their job, right? So this is many more people today have a situation like this where they've saved money in their own individual retirement account, call it a 401k, or whether it's a 403b or just an IRA, and now they go to retire. It's like, all right, well, how much can I spend every year? How much can we expect to earn in interest? I don't want to run out of money. I don't know when I'm going to die. People are living longer. These are questions people have in retirement. And so this type of annuity provides a guaranteed lifetime income stream while they still have the rest of the money in that account if they need more money or if something happens. So it's just a great option for many folks that are in a situation like that. If this scenario, that they put the 200 grand in, they start income at age 72, this shows all the best options out there. Every single income rider, annuity, indexed annuity income rider, and what the income payment would be, and the time frame that we requested. So you can see the best option here, Atlantic Coast Life. It gives a bonus of 5% to the annuity, and you know, this is just how they kind of are calculating the income rider at that age. The income account's grown to this $326,000 because it's growing by 6.5% guaranteed every year. That's how this income rider works, and then they're paying out 6% of that per year to this person because that's based on their age. That's what the payout factor is with this annuity, and you can see what all the other payout factors are, how the income rider grows, what the income account would grow to, and what that you know, would equate to with their lifetime income payment. So Atlantic Coast Life is the best payment. It's going to give them almost 20 grand a year. So if they were to say, well, based on our Social Security and keeping our expenses low and stuff, that would be enough to cover our income gap. Maybe they do have a little pension, and this was their 403b or their defined contribution part of their pension that we could roll over and fill that income gap. Maybe that 20 grand is enough income for them a year, and this is just perfect. Fills that need. They could sleep soundly at night knowing that they'll never run out of money as long as they live. So this is a great option for a lot of folks in retirement today. You can see where all the different ones stack up, what their rating is. So if you said, oh, that's great, Josh, but I only want to offer an A-rated company to my clients, well, then National Western would be your best scenario in this example. Lifetime income is not that far off. You can see these are really close together. You divide that by 12 on a monthly income, it really doesn't make that big of a difference. So, maybe your clients are better suited with National Western if the incomes are closer and they want an A-rated company. So that's really kind of the nuts and bolts. I mean, there's a lot more that you can do with this. Like you can do here. I'll just real quick show. I use this quite a bit in comparison, where I just click the top three, went compare. Then for some reason you have to select them again. Don't know why that is. But then you can put your name, your phone number on there if you want to personalize it, and then this will put a real nice PDF together that you could print out. You could take it with you. You could send this to a client in an email. This is this is compliant approved and stuff. Again, I don't know that I would use this with a client necessarily, because I don't think it's really looks that professional, but it kind of breaks everything out in these different pages and how it's going to show you on this PDF here that you'll get. And so if we said, hey, Mr. and Mrs. Client, we talked about your objective where you're planning on retiring at 72, but you're going to work a few more years, but we wanted to put the money somewhere safe where we knew that you'd be able to generate a guaranteed income stream when you ultimately go to retire. So we looked at all the different options, and these three were the best payouts. Atlantic Coast Life, Sentinel Security Life, and it looks like it was two different Atlantic Coast Life options I grabbed. But then it shows, all right, this is what our lifetime income would be if we start right away. Here's what it would grow to if we deferred income out. So in our example, if we wait till 72 and start income, we're getting $19,580. And then it just shows it again, how it actually turning on the income. It's just this would probably be the page I might use to show this to somebody, to say, here's the three options that are the best income payments. And these are the best three options across the board. This really shows every annuity that's out there. You could let them know you did your homework, you did your due diligence, and you want to make sure that they have the best solution. This is it. Next step is to fill out an application and transfer the funds. That kind of takes a month, so we should get the ball rolling tonight. Sign here. All right. Be just as simple as that. And these pay some real nice commissions. Your fixed indexed annuity, you're averaging somewhere between 6 and 8% commission on average. So you figure if you had your $200,000 annuity, let's say it's in the middle there at 7%, well, you're making $14,000 in commissions, right? So pretty exciting commissions, and we can definitely help you if this is new to you. So that was just kind of our quick run through. I wanted to keep it to about a half hour, so I think we did pretty good there. If there's any questions out there, I would tell you now would be the time to ask those. Otherwise, speak now or kind of forever hold your peace, as they say. But again, my name is Josh Horton. I'm our assistant vice president over here. I handle the life, annuities, and long-term care. So, we have a ton of agents working with us on the different lines of product lines, a lot on the Medicare side. So a lot of them, I always say, if anything that's not Medicare, you give me a call. Extension 7707. There's our 800 number. Doesn't look like I have any questions, so that's good. Hopefully that was helpful. And anyone that wants that link to the quoting tool, You can get it right off of our website if you're already hooked up with the website. I could send it to you directly as well if that helps. And again, we really thank you for your time today. I understand if you're with us, you're not out there meeting with clients. So thanks again, everybody, and hopefully we speak to you real soon. Have a great day. Have a great weekend. Take care.